Hi, good morning. It's good to see you guys. It's I don't know, 7:50 a.m. here. Anyway, I'm in California. Just wanted to check in, and we have this benefit going on over in Craft Round the Clock. One of our crafting sisters has unexpectedly passed away this last week, and we're all doing stuff to benefit this situation and the family. But anyway, it's a farmhouse theme, which I think we all know I'm definitely not farmhouse style. But, I appreciate grandparents and great grandparents and things. They all had farms. Um, but I kind of like trendy things. Well, I don't know. Anyway, leave it alone. But wanted to do my version. I can do family. I love family. And so I'm doing my family version of farmhouse. So I thought I would jump in, and her name is Devitt. It's just a really, really sad situation, and we're just all praying for her. So anyway, this is my version, and welcome. I'm Misty with At Home with Misty Fears. Definitely appreciate likes and follows and shares. You're more than welcome to share. I'm trying to grow my page as well. I've been doing videos for a couple of years, but was really more focused on building the store, the brick and mortar, and the website. And so I haven't put much energy into building the videography stuff. So here's my best version. Well, not my best version, but here's a version of it. Anyway, I'm starting out with what I have on hand. We're kind of locking back down with the COVID thing. My daughter's still at risk, so we're just trying to be careful with it. So this is a sign that I created last year, and it's French Market, but because of lack of products here at the house, we're using the back side of this, so it's going to be a dual purpose sign. So if anyone's interested in this sign, let me know. If they're taking donations for auction, this might be a great one to take in there as well. So be sure to catch us over on Craft Round the Clock. It's an amazing group of crafters. There are lots of us on there, and we appreciate the follows and the support. Anyway, here we go. So basic sign, this I believe was painted in French linen by Dixie. I did this last year just to finish the back. I just kind of lightly scuff sanded it. But this is a transfer by Prima. And Prima is a company that I represent on my website. But I just thought that I would start with this. So in order to do this, I think I put the tubing down somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, here it is. Anyway. This is what the transfer looks like, and on the back, it includes all four of those. Find the right camera and get that in the shot. No, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to show it here in that camera. But it's a pretty cool transfer. It's got lots of different things. This one is called Spring Flowers. And each of the pieces are 12 by 16, and there are 4 pieces in it. So this is the one that was probably closest to farmhouse in there. So I'm just using that. And if you've never done Prima transfers, they're super, super easy. So they come with a backing paper, and you just simply pull that off. And I was giving demonstrations. I'm going to kind of save that, but at a distance. And then from here, I want to get this leveled, so I'm holding it without touching because I'm casting a shadow, and it makes it difficult to see where this is going down at. And I want to get the swirls equally placed on top and bottom, and that one I know is very close to fitting, I think. That is about right. So it's a little bit off here, but I'm going to live with that. And from here, there are lots of things that you can take. I'm just going to take this handy dandy tool. It's just a corner piece of plastic that was in one of the craft supply pieces. I don't even know which one it came from, but you can just flatten that out. You can also use a brayer, my dirty brayer, but it won't matter because it peels off. And then just get that secure and in place. And then eventually we'll start scratching that into that piece. So I do want the lines on this as well, because I intend to add some additional things across the top and the bottom. So that feels like it's placed well. Let me put that back. And then I want a credit card, or actually let me use what comes with this, see if I can locate it quickly. Huh. Interesting. It is not where I normally keep it. So I'm going to reach for the, there we go, a door key. A hotel room door key works great too. So I want to angle that in place. Let me see if I can, wrong one. I don't want that, I want this guy here. This is too funny, there it is, okay. And we can zoom it, whoops, wrong side, we want to zoom that way out. Whatever. I'm not going to zoom today. I had another device that I was going to try to. Let me turn on the comments. So if you're chatting, I can see you. Sometimes I forget to do that. And I do have you pulled up. I have the Facebook site pulled up, but it needs to reload. Let me hit the reload button. And see if I can get that. Meanwhile, while that rotates. So you just kind of want to scratch this off onto the surface. That is a raw piece of wood with just a dry, flat chalk paint across the top. And so it may take a little bit more work than typical just to get this across there. But I am patient this morning, I hope, right? Let me, oh, this is too funny. On the laptop, I'm always trying to swipe it, and this laptop does not have for the swipe options. So let me scroll and find the live video that we are on here. Huh. Well, I will keep scrolling until I locate it. And it looks like it didn't send that, which is interesting. Hi, whoever's here. Hi, welcome. Let me just reload, go out and come back in and try this a different way. Yeah, I'm trying to see, gosh, it is saying that it's not on there, but it says that it's live and it's loaded into the correct site. So interesting. Huh. You know, if you knew the details that I put into this behind the scene, you could appreciate my level of frustration sometimes. And I don't want to beat up Facebook because, my gosh, can you imagine keeping up with all the millions of critiquers out there? Anyway, let me keep just rubbing this and say hello when you pop in so I know that it is working. The fact that somebody has liked it is a good sign. And so let me attempt to get this on there. This particular board, I think the entire board, I bought several, and I think they were 16-foot sections, and they there's a crack down the center of it, and crafting these boards, I bought several of them and have been feeding on them for the last year or so, and it's been a little bit of a bugger. It's definitely been a challenge. But anyway, so let me know how your day is going. I'm going to try to check one more time to see if I can get this to reload. Let me go and reload the entire Facebook app and see if that helps. And hopefully I can get a live notice going. Okay, so it brought me back to the same page. Yay. Let me see if it's in here. There I am. Okay, so now I can run it and see what we have going here. Hi, Natalie. How you doing? Thank you for joining and liking. I appreciate that. So hopefully, let me post this out there. And if you guys would like to do that as well, that would be fabulous. Just because it helps with letting people know, that I am live #1, but to help grow the page. I was so excited this morning. I woke up and we had 1,100 plus followers. It's like, yay, that was kind of nice. Share to a group. I don't really want to share to a group. So, well, sometimes I guess we do. Let me see if I can find a crafter on the clock. That'll work. That may help. So we'll just post it there. So anyway, nice that it's out there now. Yay. So if anyone on here would like to do that as well, I'm just putting this transfer on here. Let me see if I can start to pill and how we're doing on it. Normally when I peel this back, I like to fold it tight. And nope, it did not stick. And, this is a difficult one. A lot of times, and I've told my clients this over and over again, my customers, be sure to put a sealer on it first. Darn it. If my brain could only work to remember all the things that I need to be doing, we would be doing much, much better. So hopefully this will start to come up. Well, if it's not going to stick, oh, it is. There it is. Okay, good. I was going to say we could actually peel it off and put a sealer on it, but now it's decided to stick. So let me pull this back and make sure that we're getting all of this up. Excuse me, itchy nose. So let me keep rubbing this. But so I don't want to ruin the edge because this edge will come in handy at a later piece, possibly even on the rest of this piece. But so we want to try to salvage a little bit of that. If we lose it, it's not the end of the world, but you may as well get the biggest bang for your buck, right? And I'm starting to lose that, so that nice, beautiful swirl is going to be out of shape. So let me keep rubbing a little bit more and making sure that these things are all wanting to stay down. I'm glad that it's working at all, though. I wasn't positive that we were going to be able to do it here on the wood. I've done it before, and now memory's coming back, and I'm realizing, oh, there was an error with that. And I'd forgotten. I'm going to wrap that one around the corner. Hopefully you guys can still see from above. I was trying to zoom in earlier, and it wasn't allowing me to, so well, apparently I have to hit a like button because it's stuck. Oh, no, it's not. I'm stuck. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully you guys let me know if you've done transfers before, and I'm always open for tips. So usually, I've done a lot of these, but the raw wood piece component gets me. And that is, it takes me a little bit sometimes to really get to remember the lessons. It's not intentionally defiance. It's just memory. This new version can go away. So when you pop on, let me know where you're from. And oh gosh, someday I will learn that finger thing again too, right? Yeah, these share options are just kind of interesting. It's interesting, but I can't just share it on my wall. But I guess that's what we no longer can do. So it looks like this is coming up pretty decent. I'm going to stop worrying about that and just really focus on getting this video done for everybody. And oh gosh, it's already 15 minutes in. That's kind of crazy, huh? So I'd like to get this done in a decent time frame and not get you guys stuck on here for hours. That's no fun, is it? That one does not want to stay down, and that's the twisted version one that didn't stay. I'm still looking for one of my tools that scrapes, wondering if it's just a better grip for me. That might help it a little bit. Okay, so that is starting to stick. Sometimes if you come off the edge like this, you can get a little bit better angle. I get this whole piece down again, and on the upper part as well. And there it started to stay. It must be flipped outside. So let me see if I can cut it off, and we'll just let that go to that point. There we go. All right, I'm going to see if we can get this up again. Normally on a different surface or a finished surface with a sealer on it. And then for the sealer, the clear coat satin is a really nice one to work with. It's just got a nice finish on it, and the transfers adhere to it much better. Especially if you're doing a piece of furniture, you definitely want to do that. It just is a lot easier. And then once you're done with that, if you're going to be glazing or finish embellishing a piece of furniture, you'll want to put another top coat on that as well. I'm sitting here scanning for my satin clear coat. I think I see it, which is close, which is good. So our next step should be fairly decent. And maybe go a little bit quicker. And there we go. So I've copied that link, and now it will be, so for me, it's not as easy just to share. Now it's about copying a link. And let me see if I can paste that. There it goes. Okay. There we go. Let me know if you guys are able to share that like we used to be able to on Facebook. It might just be that it's different on the laptop. I'm not positive. So, there, and I can watch it live from here. But I do want to go back home to the main wall. There we go. That is too funny. Sorry, guys. Doing about 10 things at the same time is not a smart move, right? Let me get back up here. I decided to turn on the laptop today just because I haven't been able to see, viewer counts and things like that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Just pop on and say hi. It's a lot nicer to work with a live audience than the quiet audience. But, so I'm here in Northern California, and I am a business owner, a small business owner. I sell a lot of art supplies. I have a vendor mall. We just closed on Saturday, actually, last week. And needing better medical health for my daughter. But yeah, so it's kind of been a nice place. I still have an online store available with a lot of the art supplies coming with me. And that is at charlottegray.store, and it's pretty loaded. The vendors I still have a few vendors on there that wanted to stick with me, and so we'll still offer their goods as well. If you go on to the site, you can see a couple. I still have a couple that I need to add back in. They moved out a little bit earlier, and didn't before I recognized that I was going to be able to keep that I could offer them the online position as well. So they are. I'm losing part of that edge, but that's okay. They are on there, which is kind of cool because it offers a lot of different things that's available for people, and it's kind of been a fun route. But yeah, I've just been a crafter for a long, long time. Just people started calling me an artist, and I laughed and unblocked, and I'm like, I am not an artist. But no, I don't know. Eventually, I started listening a little bit more. But the stuff that I'm doing now is I have a tough time doing my art live. Where I'm really focused and trying to do finished, completed projects. But doing crafts live is pretty easy. It's just like this. This is a no-brainer. You just take a finished piece and rub it on. It's a bit of a pain, obviously. It's normally not this big of a pain. Again, I think it's because of the other, that just didn't come up. It didn't stay down. So it's just a matter of really focusing on this and getting it pushed into place. But again, it would have been a lot easier had I put the solar on this. And to let that solar dry, I'll have to use the heat gun. Fortunately, there I am with my fingers trying to do it again. So I'm always working on iOS devices and not the OS. So I'm always trying to get, this touch screen going, and it's just not going to work, no matter how hard I try. And this, there's still grooves in the wood. It wasn't planed and finished very well, so raw wood is a beast at times, right? Let me see if I can do it the opposite direction. Keep in mind I still have that fleur-de-lis on the back side because this is a two-sided board, just from a lack of products here in the house. And we're still not getting out as freely as we'd like to. I still have not gone into a grocery store. I've gone into my store a few times without the mask when we first were vaccinated, but I am not doing that any longer. This is going to be a bugger because it is on a knot. There it went. Yay. Okay, so let me get this back. There's a few details there that needed to go. And hi, welcome. Let me know if you're on here to say hello. It's nice to see you. I know there are lots of video options to be watching out there right now. A ton of people are going live, and But I appreciate everybody who's following and watching along with. Hopefully this will work, right? Get the last final bit up. Just a little bit there. Sometimes you can bend it and push it that way. It's not totally advised, but in a pinch, you can generally get things to work. The I of family, we don't want to lose that. Get the M as well. Okay, there we go. So, and then this guy here, I do want to resecure to the backing, just because I like those edges and I'd like to use those in another project later. And that's the beauty of this stuff, that you can get away with doing that. So unfortunately, I wish it would stick a little bit better, but it's not. And so you just kind of want to lift and roll. And then it can go right back into the tube. I'm going to make it kind of tight and small. And so these are really awesome. You just pull the lid off, and I'll let you see inside of there. Usually that's a stick comes with these that you could normally use. I've just pulled out a bunch. Clearly this is one of them that I'd used before. And the funny thing with those sticks is if they are turned sideways, it's really difficult to see them. And I am pretty sure that that's what's happening there. So from here, I just want to take my hand. I have heat and oils on my hands. All of us do. And just secure this and get everything burnished down and around the corners, things like that. And so that you get a really good secure fit. That some of those pieces were still a little bit loose on the edges, that they just really are secured and down well. There you go. And then from that point, you just want to take a super lightweight sanding pad or whatever you have and just kind of burnish it in. These have a little bit of shadowing around the edge, and you just want to get that off. You don't want it to get too much off, but you do want to get some off. And there was a piece that I didn't have down solid, so let me grab the, this is going to be a stretch. I'm short, and I just moved a bunch of products to the other edge of my desk, and trying to reach. Anyway, this is Dixie Belle Clear Coat. Well, I can't say that. In the group of other professionals that are using these, the consensus is standing on the Clear Coat satin. Especially the undercoat part of that. Normally, there are so many different versions of products out there. Use what works best for you. But in this case, a lot of people have come back and said, use this one. And in this, I don't want any brush marks, so I'm just going to use one of these blue brushes. They're online if you'd like, but on charlottegray.store, but you can get them from anywhere. And I just start in the middle and drag it both directions. And I'm going to go ahead and go across the entire board. The other beauty of this is that if I choose to glaze any of the corners here or whatever, this will act as a barrier that if I add something and I'm not happy with it, oh, hi, Fernanda, how you doing, girl? You can come back in and erase pretty much what you've done because you have a base coat. So it gives you some freedoms. Fernanda, I'm just really impressed that you're here. Is this your first time watching Lynn live? Thank you, girlfriend. It's nice to see you. Anyway, Fernanda is a local friend. We just love her. She's been very good to us. But anyway, so this clear coat will act as a barrier so that you can embellish, and but you kind of have a fail-safe division of it also, so that the integrity of this sign will be protected at all times. So it's kind of a nice way to have that. it's just good to have it in here. So that is the version of the clear coat. You can let it dry, put a second coat on if you'd like. It's probably the better way to do it. This will usually adjust in the switcher and turn that down. Can you? Oh, good. You can hear me. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Fernanda. It's nice to have a friend on board here, a local friend. But yeah. It doesn't take a lot to dry. I didn't put a ton of product on here. Yeah, so I finally opened up my laptop so I can have a visual on Facebook of what's going on also. And of course, I still try to do it with my fingertips. I can't do it. Let me turn that off. There we go. Now I can see it again. Oops. Oh, such a bummer. There we go. Yeah, so that should be basically dry. And because of the texture of the wood and the roughness, I am going to just do a really quick second coat, just to ensure the safety of this and the integrity of it. So I'm just dipping this sponge into the clear coat. Again, I start in the center and I spread it out, and I want to do one final line from end to end. Oops, and I really dipped that sponge this time, darn it. I may clean this up a little bit because it's really bad. A lot of times with these sponges, I'll cut them in half down the middle as well and get two working sponges out of it. And they would both be double-sided, which is nice. So I'm going to move it just a little bit because I don't want to get my laptop clear-coated. So yeah, cabinets, whatever you're working on, you can put a clear coat in between or gator hide or whatever before you embellish it. And then, of course, you'd want to finish it if your artwork is on there, and use, clear coat or gator hide there, or any other sealer that you have. Any of them actually work great, so I believe most of them do. I do definitely like Dixie Belle, otherwise I wouldn't have my name on it. But yeah. So, trying to stay busy here. Again, I just haven't been out. I haven't been feeling super well. Not sure what's going on. We did have Holly, my daughter, tested for COVID the results came in on Monday, and she was negative. Yay! Which is good, but it's probably just allergies. I'm still not quite positive what it is. But definitely not moving at the speed that I normally move at. Actually, lately, that's not that great of a speed either. But once we move and get to better medical care, hopefully we can figure out what's been going on with my body also. There are days that I can't even walk. That makes no sense. But I do know that I have arthritis, and living on the coast definitely messes with that one. Okay. So there we go. So this is what it looks like at this point. I do want to take it another step, and again, the purpose of this is to help a friend who has passed away and her family. There are a lot of us crafters out here trying to help the family, show support, and fundraise for them as well. And so we're just kind of trying to do our part. And it is a country on the farm theme, which is not my forte, but this is my best version of it, so bear with me. Let me get this on a transfer sheet so that I can get this plugged in. So actually, maybe I'll do it. It's going to be too tight. Let me do it this way. And if I line it up here, if you haven't used these transfer sheets before, they're pretty awesome because they have the grid lines, so you're you get to turn the right way, right? They your products for straight is improved significantly. So let me just get this straight on across here. I noticed I was stretching it. Okay, so there it is down, and then I do want to turn it this way, and so I'll fold it this direction. And I just want to put a stamp on that. This is just I believe it's called a Versaline, and it's a permanent ink stamp. Oh, VersaFine. There you go. And I probably didn't need to go completely across that, but I do want to get some movement in here. And I think I'll put the this one here up at the top. Normally I would stand up to do this, but it's a lazy kind of day, right? And so I just want to press that down and get that really in place. You'll notice that I am holding the stamp as I'm pushing just because I don't want it to move. Okay, so there you go. It gives it a little bit more of a farmhouse touch. And then I will restamp this one more time and put one line across the bottom as well. Think of our grandparents' tea towels and those types of things. I'm going to stamp this one in reverse because I did get ink on the edge, and I really don't want that on the board itself. And I'm going to go for a little bit more evenness on this because I missed it at the top. I did blow it there. So I just want to press, and it moved because of the pressure on the back. Darn it. So I think that you guys can see that, and there we go. Okay, so, and if I ended up not liking that, remember, I can wipe that off. There would be more of a chance to get it off right now than there would be without that on the background. It's still a little bit risky because it's permanent ink. And sometimes we just don't have control over that. Although I've heard alcohol will get that off. I just don't have any close to me. And I'm just using the Costco baby wipes. Sorry for all you mamas out there who were struggling with Costco baby wipes during shutdown. Crafter's got to craft, right? Anyway, there we go. So now I'm going to take this off. The reason I wiped that off immediately is this will save your stamps, and it's just a better way to take care of them to get it done immediately. And then I will go ahead and place that back on this. I did want to show you the stamp. I don't recall the name of it exactly. Actually, I can get this. Oh, it is an IOD stamp. I was thinking, well, it's got Prima and IOD. It's an older version. This is called Granary. And so this was back when they were in the same company. And so you may still find this. It's probably called a first generation stamp, but you can still do a locate on that. And then if I wanted to, and I don't, well, it actually would help just give this some weight. I need a solid weight line in that middle. Yeah, they stretch. There we go. Especially the ones that I haven't pulled off and used for a long time. So let me get this back across this way, and I'll put it back at the top. Try to get it even again, level at least. I know this is boring, guys, sorry. And let me scroll up to see if there's any other comments or other items. But yeah, just let me know if you're watching, and You know, this is probably a little bit of, let me open that up. There we go. And now I can see more about this. There we go. Hopefully it will keep it live and not have to refresh it all the time. That's always a pain. Help me out. Do you guys see the stamp pad? Did I dump it? Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Sometimes when you're crafting, you lose items, but you guys have a visual that I don't always get to see. It's funnier when you're sitting in front of the items, right? Okay, so I just want to get this across here. And there is a natural break in the stamp, just an artifact basically that they've chosen to do it. It just helps it a little bit more of a chippy look, and I wasn't necessarily looking so much for that chippy look. I'm just needing a line, a break point to get rid of the and I am smearing that, so I really want to hold this secure because this sheet is moving. And it just slid. Darn it. Well, that is really unfortunate. So let me pull out a piece of baby wet and see if I can get that off of there. Right. Hi, welcome. If you're just joining, let me see if I can pull that back. Well, it's better than what it was. I kind of like that look. It's a little bit toned down. And now I'm wondering if I want to just repeat this down at the other end. Darn it, this stamp piece is so big. A lot of people will take these sheets and cut them into size. And I haven't done that. I do have another device that I use for placing these things at times. So let me see if I can line this up in this area at a decent spot. I want it to be straight, and then I really want to secure it so it doesn't slide again. And if those of you just joining saw that, it was a nice faux pas, but it's better that I make the errors instead of you guys, right? So definitely take heed and feel free to learn from my mistakes. I try to also when I watch the replay, but well, yeah, so it's kind of fun. I had to, or update on Holly. I haven't announced it to my regular site, but I did just share this video with everybody on my regular site, and she has gotten her BiPAP in place. And so I want to thin that down a little bit. There we go. And it just kind of gets it a little bit more of the grays than so much of the black, which is kind of what I'm going for. Again, we're shooting for a farmhouse theme. There you go. And so I'm going to toss that permanent ink mess on that one. So this, in essence, is my version of farmhouse. I think that I might be able to pull it up this direction so you can see it. I definitely do want to allow that to dry. One of the final things that I think I'll do on this is to put a little bit of a burnished edge on that, and I can show you how to do that real quick. If I can find my tool. There it is. It's hiding. Okay, got it. And the waxes are always a lot easier to work with, especially over the top. So this is Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax, and it is the little 4-ounce jar of it. And it's pretty easy. It looks like this once it's opened. And so I just want to stick my dauber in there and kind of get a nice load of it. And then I can pull you over and show you what I'm doing. I can pull this over and put, offload it a little bit if needed. And then I just want to land it here and drag and get this down the edge and see how it just ages it. And since I started going backwards, I'll finish it. So it just ages it and makes it look a little bit more authentic. Again, I don't want it too high. This is a tool by Tim Holtz. I believe that Prima has them online, and I need to finish loading the thousands of products that Prima has onto my website. But what I've been doing in the meantime is sending potential customers, people who, other artists and things who want things beyond just furniture transfers and things like that. I've been sending them to the website at charlottegray.store. No, I'm sorry. Let me back that up. Go to Prima Marketing Inc. and you can view their entire catalog. You will be amazed at all of the items that Prima has to offer. And I represent Prima, and so I can definitely get those ordered. There is no way that I could get those in my store or in stock to ship them out. There's just way too many, and to stock those is kind of crazy, so I won't be able to do that. But if I do order, just allow a couple weeks to get it to me from Prima, and then about a week to get it back out to you guys. I have a move coming up, and that's going to delay some things, but hang in there. I'm trying my best, and once this move is done, then I can get back to real life, real business, and real fun. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for joining. And it looks like there's still one person watching. Hey, Fernanda, thank you again for joining, sweetheart. And we will be in touch soon. Thank you. Take care. Have a great day.